Hey there, everybody. I'm Coach Dee Marshall for the National Urban League. And listen, we are committed to supporting you in your job search and in your career transition. So I wanted to share with you a real quick tip. And this is really about alternative job search strategies. So if you are unemployed and you have been unemployed, there's a couple things here. One, you've got to get up and out. There's something to be said for the practice of getting up, getting dressed, and out of the house every day. And then once you do that, okay, what should you be doing? Well, there's lots of things that you could do. The first thing that I always say is you want to make your rounds. You want to make a list of your top 10, 25 contacts. Reach out to them. Go have coffee. Go have lunch. Go meet with them. Go have an exploratory. Guess what? An exploratory is a great way to meet with potential hiring managers without necessarily asking for a job. So you want to make a list of those top 25, go out and meet with them. That's one thing that you could do. Another thing that you could do is volunteer. Volunteering is a great way to get in front of potential employers. And why does that work so well? It's because you're already sitting in the seat. If you're already working, if you're already connected to a prospective employer, whatever that might be, you are already demonstrating your capability so that if an opportunity shows up, then there you are. Let's see, another way that you might do that, certainly I shared you want to get up and out. Networking is huge, online, offline, and in-person networking. And so getting up and out and attending networking events, they're not all, they don't have to be that costly. I know some people think about the cost of networking. Nope, there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of the professional organizations that you can go and connect with other people there, and great opportunity there. And listen, here's another one. So every industry has their annual conference of something, right? So, I think some of the major conferences that you may be familiar with is the National Black MBA, right? You're familiar with that one. They have an annual conference every year, and then there's an association of accountants, and then there's an association of media professionals. These are all of the professional organizations that meet around the country. They have local chapters in your area. So there's local events that you could participate in, but their annual conferences is what I want to share with you. Guess how you can get in there? For nothing. You can volunteer. You can volunteer to participate. And what does that do for you? It gets you in front of employers. They have these massive career fairs, massive opportunities for you to touch and to talk and to connect with not just hiring managers, but human resources professionals, and tons of opportunity there. So listen, I know I've gone on and on with this one. But guess what? You can just meet us, connect with us online. We're the National Urban League, as well as I Am Empowered. We chat weekly, so find us online, and we'll see you at the top. Good luck with your job search. Hey there, everybody. Coach Dee Marshall for the National Urban League. And listen, we are committed to supporting you and finding jobs and supporting you and presenting your best self. So I want to share with you one really quick tip around social branding and your online branding. And you're probably thinking, well, why? Somebody might be thinking why. And then somebody else, you might be thinking, well, the obvious. Everybody is online. And if everybody is online, then your best opportunity for a job or for making a connect for a hiring or with a hiring manager or somebody that could, refer you to a hiring manager, we have to talk about this. And so the same rules apply for online networking as does for offline networking. And what I mean by that is this. Online networking and online branding, you have to make sure that you are present, that you show up online. So for all of you who are, you're kind of steering clear of being online, or having a profile and connecting, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, or whether it's Twitter, you have to get in the game. You have to be present. I meet a lot of professionals who are still kind of shying away from some of the social networks. And I'm going to say you just need to get in the game. You need to get online. You need to be present. And that's number one. The second thing is not just present, meaning there, right? Meaning having some sort of profile and presence there, but you want to be there and have a strong presence. And what I mean by that is you want to make sure that your profiles and whatever content exists on you online, that it is substantive, that it presents your best self, that it shares and shows the work that you've done in your career and what you're capable of. And so just be mindful of that. And then the third thing about online branding is this: you want to make sure that you are demonstrating capability. And that is a huge thing that I share with a lot of my clients in terms of, how can you compete with everybody else who's looking for jobs? And how you do that is you demonstrate your ability, your capabilities. So what do I mean by that? If you volunteer and you you volunteer in your off time, let's just say you sit on a board. I'm a huge proponent of volunteering my time, but also I've developed a ton of skills and been able to really grow my resume by serving on boards. Well, that information, if that's you, then you'd bring that into your online presence. And that is where you are demonstrating your capability. So perhaps you sat on a board, you took a leadership role, maybe it was managing or overseeing a P&L, maybe it was overseeing a marketing initiative or perhaps a fundraising initiative. The bottom line is you want to share that. So demonstrating capability rather than talking about what it is that you can do if you were given the job. Hope that makes sense for you. If you have any questions, guess what? You can find us online. We're all over the place: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. We'll see you at the top. Hi there, everybody. I'm Coach Dee Marshall, and I'm here at the National Urban League. And listen, we are in the middle of our virtual career fair. However, I want to share with you today one tip that may help you in your job search or in your career transition, and that is networking. There's something to be said about networking, and the reason why it is so important, it's because the normal way of getting in front of hiring managers, it's really a little challenging now. It's challenging to get some traction. So the best way that you can get in front of employers is networking. Now, networking includes three things. It includes online networking, offline networking, and then in-person networking. And I just want to share with you your in-person networking. It's better to build a relationship, to connect with people, if you show up live and in person. All right? And so here's the three areas that you should be networking. The first is you should be networking based on your industry. So whatever industry that you're working in, look for the national organization or association of that specific industry. Okay? And so what that might look like is if you are in media, then media has an authority, a go-to, an organization, and you first want to network there. The second is based on your profession. So let's just say you're in sales within media, you want to be networking with sales professionals. So that's number two. And then the third area that you want to be networking in is totally outside of both of those, something that has nothing to do with your profession. It's a good area to network, and you're probably thinking, well, why? The reason being is that it's an opportunity to learn and to do something different. And so remember this about your networking: diversify, diversify, diversify. If everybody in your network looks like you, thinks like you, walks like you, talks like you got to expand your network. Again, I'm Dee Marshall for the National Urban League, and we'll see you at the top.